Tonight, it's Madden NFL football. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on yet another AFC team in the Baltimore Ravens. A dangerous return man showing it here.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. The quick slant caught. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And this time he is in.
Yes.
With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Justin Tucker lining up.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
From the gun, it's Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
At the 42-yard line.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 43 yards. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead there to make the grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. And he whips that one incomplete there. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Right? That's true. You've said that before. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Fumble on the play. Recover. By the Ravens.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Following the fumble recovery, Tucker, and he's going to let it go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's centers. And a loose football. Nothing the score after one on EA Sports.
Ravens 12, Raiders nothing.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Being chased out left. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Carr now on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He uncorks it for Snead. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 32.
Jackson now. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
To throw again, Jackson. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and...
On 2nd and 9. Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Carr will try it again on second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
1-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Ravens have got it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Caught right side at Snead. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
So it's halftime here on. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half.
Nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Oh, good return up past the 30. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Now Carr. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To throw is Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 13-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 87 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
Throwing again. Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Jackson on 1st down.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Lamar Jackson set. Threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard
From the gun, Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Marquise Brown was the intended target. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Raiders offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Ravens 32. Raiders nothing.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. His throw incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 18.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And he coughed it up. And the Ravens have got it.
Carr's pass complete.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
There on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory.
Ingram the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Oh, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to...
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Ravens continue to pour it on. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead, they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Jalen Richard now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Carr's pass complete.
I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
First on the tackle. Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. And we know he has pretty good hands on display there. In fact, he only needed one of them.
Yeah, nowadays, all these receivers work on this, right? They do the one-handed catches off the...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Cleveland Farrell. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they had 2 more. And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one is the Baltimore Ravens, your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.